What's the weather?
It's 0 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect partly sunny weather, with a high of 3 degrees and a low of -1 degrees.
It really, really is it's trying to snow, but it just isn't. Something's happening. Yeah. It's been sprinkled with icing sugar. Luna's getting a run. Amia's yapping behind. There he is, playing with another dog. What's he going to do now? Oh, he's taking the shortcut to chase the dog. Alright, that's it, John's called them back. Hello! Now we're getting some activity. Not from John.
Oh,
There's no activity there. No, I mean the snow coming down. Something's happening now. Anyway, right, so what else have we got going on today? So I'm going to change out of this into housework clothes, because I am going to make a what am I going to do? I am making a bread and butter pudding, but I'm going to use a panettone. We have got one that's about to go out of date in a couple of days' time, and I thought the best thing to do with that is actually make a bread and butter pudding and put the pudding in the freezer. So that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to try and make up the recipe, because I haven't got a clue if there's a panettone bread and butter pudding recipe out there. So let's do that.
I've been waiting all my life for something. I've been down the darkest roads and up in the clouds.
So 1 egg, fresh from our garden. And there, another free range from our chicken egg. And that's a nice one. Righty-ho. Now I'm fairly sure I'm going to make a mess of this. This is going to go everywhere. Be really careful. Whisking the egg. Actually, it's not too bad. I thought I would be splashing this everywhere. That's going to be poured over the top of it, and then it will go in the oven. I don't know if I've made enough liquid here. Might just press it all down into the liquid, because there isn't much liquid there. What a nice squidgy mess. That is a nice squidgy mess, really nice squidgy mess. And that's absolutely fine. It can be rustic. Believe me, this is rustic. So that's going to be ready about 2:30. What else is on the agenda this afternoon? Expecting a delivery from Usborne Books. I know. I do not have young children. I don't have grandchildren either. And I associate Usborne Books, children's books. Anyway, in our village, somebody has started up a book club. And looking for, in lockdown, and I thought that was a good idea. Yes, I'll join the book club. And then it turned out to be, it's Usborne Books. So I paid $9.99 or something like that. And the lady's going to deliver my Usborne book of the month. And then I guess we all get together on Zoom at some point and read it. And funnily enough, then when I was thinking Usborne Books, and is this for children? So I did say, is this for adults? This is a book club for adults. Yes, it is. And then I saw another girl, somebody on Facebook tagging her friends, saying, do you want to join a young adults book club? And I thought, I'm only 59. I might be a bit childish at times. So I said again, oops, I think I might be in the wrong book club here. So to see what this Usborne novel is that's going to be delivered to me this afternoon to read. And because, as I said, I associate Usborne Books with sort of like children's books and young adults. So we'll see how this goes. Right, so that's on the agenda. She's coming by this afternoon. Obviously not going to see me. She'll leave it on the doorstep. But anyway, that's expected. And obviously I have now got this pudding coming out the oven in about 25 minutes. I'm going to have a cup of tea now. So it's come out the oven. And surprisingly, for me, because I am not the world's prettiest cook, things kind of ultimately often turn out okay. But it doesn't look pretty when I'm making it. Anyway, this actually does look pretty good. Though I say it myself, pretty good. Just show you. Pretty okay. We'll be having a bit with lunch tomorrow, and the rest is going in the freezer apportioned. Probably we'll get 3 or 4 portions out of that, as in 3 or 4 meals out of it. So 8 individual portions. I saved these containers from the butter, so I'm going to put some in here to freeze. Yes, that's the plan.
You came into my life and started a fire.
my book club package. So it's come nicely boxed with the book that I'm going to read. Some fudge, a little Yankee Candle, bath crumble, some sweets and chocolate, and a chamomile tea. So that's a very nice way of you know, the book club operating, isn't it? Being given that little package. So the book then is the Gilded ones, and it's sort of a young adult fantasy. Now, yeah, I'm fine reading a young adult. I'm fairly young of mind, maybe old of face, but young of mind. I am young of mind. So, what does it say on the back there? Girls and or are we demons? Oh, just my sort of thing. That is just my sort of thing. Brilliant. Well, it's birdwatch weekend, so Sunday, and we are going to, this is going to be really exciting for you, we're going to record the variety of birds we can see in our garden because we're joining in with the RSBP birdwatch weekend. And yeah, so how exciting for you. You're going to see us sitting there doing nothing, watching the wildlife in the garden. Coffee will sit and join you. There's two blackbirds there having a turf war.
Male blackbirds.
Look there. So we've got blackbird, we made no blackbird. Told you this would be fun. There's a wood pigeon. A fill up of the bird table with some corn later. That should tempt them in, shouldn't it? What's going to happen is that they're all going to come to that table outside the hour, aren't they? So it won't count.
Yeah, they're just going to queue up.
Yeah, they know this is birdwatching counting hour. It's the problem. Someone's told them there's birdwatch counting hour in that garden, so don't go there.
Honestly, that's about as much use as a handbrake and a canoe, isn't it?
There's no blade.
Well, there it is. It's here.
Is that useless, John? Or is it actually working?
It is actually working.
That is not as quick as you'd expected it to be, though, is
I
it?
was hoping it was going to be quicker.
You're getting quite a lot of exercise, though, aren't you?
Oh, I'll be buff by the end of this, I'm telling you.
Drop in on Annabelle. Annabelle on cooking. She's put cooking beef in the slow cooker and wants our help, so we've got her live on the at the moment. What, 20 minutes later or something, you're still doing that?
Feels like a small lifetime, I'm telling you.
That is not a good gadget, is it?
No.
If we're going to do this, we need to get a proper one.
Yeah.
And over here, how are you doing?
I'm going to give it a stir so that's all mixed in, but I don't want to turn it on until 3 o'clock because then I can eat at 7. Now I'm going to do the washing up and I'll start making my carrot cake.
That sounds good. So that didn't go well. So that's not a product we would recommend either, actually, is it? Because that is jagged. You're just going to cut yourself on that. That's no way that is going to make a... That would be a really nice coloured, wouldn't it? Coloured candle holder.
Absolutely fantastic. But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is just no good. That's got to go into the glass recycling, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got forearms like Popeye now.
You can see I'm having an exciting Sunday afternoon. I am now going to actually fill up an espresso pod now with some coffee. But this is from Amazon and it's for Nespresso pods. Just think it looks neat in the kitchen actually, and handy. It's handy and I can sort of think about what flavour coffee I fancy on any particular day. So, well, Annabelle has decided she no longer needs our help over the gadget. Right, I think I'm going to go and sit down in the lounge now and watch some television, catch up on some of the series that I want to watch. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, do you know what? It's so long since I've actually watched television myself. I think I finished the Nicole Kidman one.
And I've got some pockets that I'd like to share.
I finished the Nicole Kidman series. I know that. I think there's the one about the woman that's stolen a baby. Secrets I Keep or something like that. That's our share of the cake Annabelle made today. Carrot cake with orange zest on top. I'll put a link to the recipe down below. But that looks really yummy. So we will put some in the freezer and eat some this week. Yay! It's Monday lunchtime. Look at that. That's orange on top, orange zest. It is gorgeous because I've eaten a few crumbs. It is gorgeous. So the orange is adding a really nice touch of bitterness to the sweetness of the cake. It's gorgeous. Anyway, link down below. Actually, as I sit here thinking and eating this, it's probably over a year since I've had carrot cake. It's the sort of thing I would have eaten in a cafe if I had gone for a coffee or something at a cafe with a friend. I would have had a carrot cake. Well, you know, that's not an activity I have done for a year. So, yeah, it's about a year since I've had some carrot cake, or more. Would be more, probably. Sorry, guys, about the light. Really dull day today, and if I put overhead lights on, we're going to end up with a glare. So I'm going to try and do it without, and hopefully my camera will pick up enough light. Anyway, this is the safari jacket I got from Marks and Spencer's, so I'll link the Marks and Spencer's video up here. Anyway, it's actually, I've got a size 10, which is what I normally am, but look, long arms, long sleeves, and I don't think I've got an unusually short arms. I certainly haven't got long. I think I've got average arms for my height. So it's quite long, but I can do something about that. I also feel that I should have had a petite, and I don't know if a petite was available because it's quite long across the shoulders, but an 8 would have been too small. But I can do some, I can deal with this. I can deal with this, and I'll show you how. Right, sleeves, I've got alternatives. I can cuff them, very easily cuff them. I'm not going to show you that because you know how to cuff a sleeve. And I've just changed my mind. I'm going to show you the roll sleeves up because, and the reason for that is because they're so darn easy. They're really easy to roll up. They're brilliant. They're really loose enough to not struggle over rolling them up and keeping them there. Really easy to cuff. So just worth saying. But what I have done is put a man's shirt, what do you call it? I'll show you, elastic here. Those things don't look attractive like that, but push up the sleeve and hide it. And it was actually, it's one of you guys that told me about this. And I immediately then went out and bought these off Amazon, so thank you. And then just push the sleeves up to give that sort of natural vibe. So that's how I would play with that. And as for the top bit, well, I would just have the jacket undone and have it like this. And, I don't think undone, it really shows that the shoulders are perhaps slightly too big. The jacket was in a sale. I like this enough and can do stuff with it to make it work for me. So this is the suedette jacket, and it's actually in a green. I thought online it looked more brown, but it's a very nice green. So it's definitely my colouring, definitely my my style, my palette will work with the clothes I wear, and I can definitely do something about the sleeves. And to be frank, I actually wouldn't have this done up anyway. I would be wearing it casually. Well, that's about as done up as I would do it. I would have those buttons undone, and actually, yeah, you can see it. It's not all that too big for me, and actually a petite might be too small. So it's got the right amount of room around here. So definitely you will see this in lookbooks. It will work for me, definitely. Right, let's go and have lunch. I'm having fish. You are going to be so jealous of that, mister. Bed relaxer cat. Are you jealous of that? Yes, I know you're jealous of that. Right then, time to get off my lap now. I have done a morning's work. Lunch time.
Oh, they smell gorgeous. Yeah. Right, gotcha.
She doesn't want to get her bed wet. Does she?
No.
Oh, changing her mind. No, she's not going to make her bed wet. That's sensible, isn't it? You're very sensible. Do you want a treat?
No, she's already had.
It is quiz time, and John is debuting. John is doing the questions tonight. Last time I did the questions, I organised them. This time I have not helped him. So I'm actually going to play along, not competitively as in that I'm not actually participating, but it's more fun if I sit here and actually do the questions and try to do some answers. And I haven't seen the questions, so I don't know what they are. So I'm going to have a go on the side, but I'm also keeping score on the spreadsheet. Right, let's get on with it.
How many wings does a mosquito have? Which is the largest of the internal organs for a human? Easy one. See, look. Which human organ, internal organ, is the largest? Brontophobia is a fear of what? What are the 3 main ingredients of the Moscow Mule?
Vodka, ginger ale, lime.
ginger beer and lime.
Got that one.